Sunday with SWOLA161. Hello. Halloween. Spooky noises. Ha ha. Boo-hoo. Woo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, okay, that's good. Good thing about tuning down is that you don't need much effort to sound cool. I mean, you can just ride at low. What's up, everyone, and welcome to Sunday with SWOLA161. Hello. Do you have a good Halloween? This week has been an autumn break for my kids, so I've been basically traveling a little bit with my kids. I've been working a little bit. I also went to Comic-Con in Sweden yesterday, which is, you know, anime and comic and video game exhibition. It was amazing. Unfortunately, that's not going to be a segment of Adventures with Ola today, but it will be next Sunday, so you'll have to wait a little bit for that, okay? Let's speak about this, though. This is the A2.6D 29-inch. It's the perfect monster for any type of down-tune playing right there. I think it's our second 29-inch. You know, 6-string, obviously, because we're cool. You don't need an 8-string. You could just have a really long-scaled 6-string. That's okay too. I feel so good. I need to throw another guitar pick. That feels so good right there. I'm incredibly glad and I'm incredibly I'm incredibly happy that you guys are here today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Are you guys ready? Let's head into the news. Stop the Presses! Epiphone are releasing a Kirk Hammett signature guitar, a meticulous recreation of Kirk's prized original. Epiphone has launched a Kirk Hammett signature 1979 Flying V and is a lot more affordable than the Gibson custom shop version, which is like $15,000 or something like that. So, very welcomed, I must say. Tolman has one. That's like $17,000 right there. Dude, that's a lot of money for a Gibson guitar right there. What makes it so expensive? I mean, compared to like the, you know, the Mustaine Gibson that I have, the V, what's the difference in terms of build that justifies it being, you know, this expensive? I can't... Okay, so this is... okay, Ola Englund, backtrack, let's read. For Metallica fans, the arrival of a Flying V inspired by Hammett's Gibson model that isn't priced at 5 figures will be significant. The model is, after all, one of the guitar's most notable instruments, having featured on the band's first 5 albums. Okay, take a look at this. Alright, that's a bright fretboard right there. That's less bright. But dude, purple! Hello. Indian rosewood. Okay, that explains the brightness of the rosewood. Pair of Gibson USA calibrated T-type pickups. So they're using their own Gibson pickups and $12.99. I don't know. Is this a good price? Please tell me. So yeah, it would be actually kind of interesting seeing how these would sell compared to the ESP LTD Kirk Hammett guitars that look like this that were released earlier this year. You know, that would be interesting. Okay, just on the specs alone, I would probably get the LTD versions of the guitars. And also, I just think that it's a modern looking V. I'm more for modern looking, you know, solo guitars. Makes sense. No? Okay. You know, maybe he's just trying to cover more grounds. He's making, you know, the LTD for the younger, more modern audience, and then he's playing on the heartstrings of all the old geezers out there with this guitar. So, but I still don't understand, because the old geezers, they probably have money, a lot more money. They would probably want to have the Gibson guitar for $15,000. I don't know. Okay, let's watch a video. Okay, that thing on the volute there was cool. Why? Okay. Why don't they clean the guitars before they film them? Look at this. Just a question. You'll scream the son of all monsters, electrifying half beast, half man. Okay. You know, that purple one, I would love to try that out. I'm gonna see if I can find one. That would be a cool test. Even more so if I could get the LTD Kirk Hammett and the Epiphone Kirk Hammett and the super expensive Gibson V1979 custom shop Hammett. That's not gonna happen. But it would be cool to test out, you know, both the Epiphone and the LTD. And then maybe if they have an ESP Kirk Hammett, compare that to the Gibson. No, that's not gonna happen. Unless I know someone at Gibson, but I guess I don't. All right, this piece of news has me extremely excited. There are rumors from Kirk Windstein that the band Down, may release new music in 2024. If you have no idea what Down is, it's basically the side project of Kirk Windstein, Phil Anselmo, Pepper Keenan, and so on. So, great band. The thing was, when Down came around, I was like, okay, it doesn't sound like Pantera, but it's still kind of good, you know? And if you bring out Pantera out of the equation, Down is a really good band. I talked to Phil a pretty good bit, and we're all gonna go to his house and his property later this month. He kind of does like a little Halloween thing or whatever, so we're gonna do that. Phil's attitude is kind of like, look fellas, I'm doing what I'm doing with Pantera. I love it, we're killing it, and boy, are they. We had the pleasure of playing with Pantera in Poland in early June. It was unbelievable. What? No. It was unbelievable. I mean, I laughed, I cried, my emotion was something else because I was very tight with Dimebag. What they're doing is real, but what Phil said, hey man, in the big picture of things, dude, I really don't have a band. I'm doing a Pantera reunion thing, and of course they're gonna do it as long as they can. I mean, I don't blame him. Who would? But then he's gonna write songs and send it to Phil, and maybe we'll hear more music. You know what? Take your time. Don't worry about it. Make some sick-ass music, and send it to Phil. He'll do some... What the hell? Okay, I'm excited, okay? All right, this piece of news made me extremely happy because I was not ready for it, but there's a band called GayC. They're on the hunt for the new Malcolm Young formidable rhythm chops, essential ability to pun welcome. The all-gay AC/DC tribute act are looking to replace the irreplaceable following the death of guitarist Clint Yeager earlier in the year. You need to live in Los Angeles, you need to be male, you need to be gay. You need to be capable and flamboyant, and here comes the tough part. You need a metronome right hand, you need to be able to play guitar like Malcolm Young. Holy shit, truth be told, I had no idea this band existed until now, and it made me insanely happy. I mean, take a look at their video. Dirty dudes done dirt. I mean, how can that not make you happy, man? Holy shit. Fuck yeah, man. I mean, just knowing that this band exists makes me extremely happy. Dude, all the best of luck to him in finding a guitar player. I might sign up, who knows? And that, my friends, was the news. Adventures with Ola. It's autumn break for the kids, and we decided to go to one of these theme parks in Sweden for Halloween. So we're celebrating Halloween at a theme park. Look at this. Look at that. This is where we go. Are you excited? Oh my god, that was terrible.
Kallar oss för vampyrer?
Ja, vad är det då?
Ja, men ser du inte öronen?
Alver?
Ja,
Ja.
bra.
Ja, svartalver.
Ja,
okej, sorry.
Tänka lite.
Eller hur?
Men här lugnt, han sitter ju bara och chillar här, man. Ta det lugnt. Oj, shit. All right, so we're celebrating Halloween here in Kolmården. And as you might know, I usually don't show my kids. It's for the simple reason to protect them from, you know, internet and all that. And I've changed my mind. I'm gonna post them right now. I'm gonna make a face reveal of my kids. Here's my beautiful family. Hello. Waking up at the hotel Kolmården, where we've been celebrating Halloween. It's been good. We're about to make ready to go to breakfast. We're watching some kids show, and the kids just woke up, so we're gonna go down and have breakfast. Alright, it's the next day, and now I'm flying with my son to Munich. We're gonna go to a museum for aviation. It's gonna be amazing, yay! So happy, but it's early morning and a little tired, but excited. We're done with the Flug Museum, and to be honest, we were a little disappointed. We thought it would be a lot bigger. So right now we're just gonna head into to Munich. Then we'll have some fun in Munich instead. Okay? It's massive. Whee! Okay, let's go. Please stop. It's terrible. Ja. Så, allt grejer. Num num.
Birdie num num.
Can we go to the Apple store?
No.
Okay. So after a long day in Munich, we're finally at the hotel room, and I figured I would show you what we got. You know, the damage that we made this day. Look at this. I bought a Demon Slayer bag, and I bought one thing for my daughter, Inosuke pop figurine. I've also bought for myself for the game room. Oh, it's wrapped up, but it's Tanjiro basically, and he's making a lot of fuss and shit. And my son, he got this little thing. Look at that. And also one of these. So a Kobe set. It's a MiG 29, and yeah, pretty good haul for a good day in Munich. And tomorrow morning we're flying home. Good times. And that's the second day of the autumn break. Adventure with Swola. Please respond, where I answer my members' beautiful questions. Today's question is from Daniel Nadine. Let's go.
Hey, Ola, please respond. What is the most important element for making something chug? Would it be the pedal that you're using, or the amplifier you're using, or the guitar itself? And if it is the guitar, does it matter if it's a 6-string or a 7-string or an 8-string? Is there a sweet spot for each guitar in regards to tuning or intonation for it to be the best chug? And I ask all this because sometimes I just can't figure it out, and I want to know what you think is the most important element for making something chug, and how important everything else is in perspective to that. So please respond, and thank you. Hope to hear from you soon.
Please respond. Thank you so much, Daniel. And a legit good question, actually. What part of your whole setup and getup is the most important to receive a well-deserved chug? The most obvious choice would be that, you know, a guitar amplifier with enough distortion would be enough to make a proper chug. But it's not always that simple. Let me explain. Where does the guitar tone start? Well, it starts in your hands, right? And you have to say that, otherwise people on YouTube will become very mad at you. But some people would say that the pickups matter, and that's also true. I mean, these are medium output pickups on this guitar. But, you know, you can have higher output pickups that will help a little bit with the chugging. Like a bare knuckle aftermath, for instance. It's a little bit more filtered, more aggressive, you know, it will help you chug. And then obviously you need an amplifier. An amplifier in the cabinet sounds, or a plug-in, for instance. The plug-in amplifiers and amplifiers, they behave basically the same. Some amplifiers can't chug on their own, for instance, like an Englund amplifier, or like a Victory amplifier, or, you know, like the Mesa Boogie Mark IIc Plus, like one of the oldest amplifiers that can chug out of the box without anything else being used. Most amplifiers out there, they need a little bit of help to get that extra chug. And what you would use then is basically an overdrive. So in this case, you know, I've dialed in a distorted sound on this Plini plug-in amplifier right here. There's a lot of distortion, but it's not chugging. Just a slight bit, and this is very common with a lot of amplifiers. It's like you can almost get there, but you know, you need a little bit of extra help. I would use an overdrive pedal just like this one. This is a Tube Screamer TS808. What you're doing with this is that you're changing the tone of your guitar going into the amplifier and basically saturating the amplifier. Let me try this. And the way I would set up an overdrive like this is that I would start with doing the overdrive or the gain at 0 and push the volume of the pedal, or level in that sense. Basically what you're doing then is saturating your guitar tone going into the amplifier, and it sounds like this. This is without, and then you engage. Here, and then I up the level a little bit. Also something that is apparent on a lot of overdrives is like a tone knob, and that's also something you can use to kind of make the mids pop a little bit, and that will make it even more chuggy. So I have right now the tone at 12 o'clock. Listen as I raise the tone. Without and with. And if that's not enough on the overdrive, you can dial in a little bit more gain as well, or overdrive. So in my opinion, the easiest way to get yourself into a chugging reality is basically to get yourself an overdrive or a distortion pedal in conjunction with your already owned amplifier. And there are so many out there, man. This is just a classic TS-808, but today there's so much more available for you to get. And, you know, getting an overdrive is just a really cool and easy way to switch up your tone a little bit, because overdrives are very different too. Where an amplifier is a little bit more expensive, you probably wouldn't buy more than one amplifier, but overdrives are a little bit less expensive. You can buy more of those and basically change the character of your amplifier. So overdrives are a lot of fun. Also, if you want to chug, remember, it's easier when you hit the strings harder. Okay, please respond. Thank you. Shit, yeah. No. Let's go. Luis is like, what the fuck is he doing? No, but it's unboxing time, man. I got a package, so I figured we would check it out. I hear the packages are awesome. And this is from ID GmbH. The fuck is that? All right. What the hell? It's a package with a ribbon on it. It's Dr. Strings. What the hell? How did they get my address? And why does it have a ribbon on it? Is this a bribe? No. Ribbons aren't working for me. Fuck this ribbon. It's going. Neither me or Louise recall having a conversation with Dr. Strings. So I don't know how the hell this happened. Well, there's strings. It says Ola on it, okay. What the hell? It's in Swedish. Oh, hi, Ola. We're happy to be able to send you a selection of our strings. Nice to hear that you're open to try something new. Ha! I didn't say anything. We believe that our strings will fit your guitars perfectly well. The fact is, Dr. Strings, or they're DR Strings, I'm sorry, Dr. Strings, for mispronouncing your name. Dr. Strings is one of the companies that really is born from guitars. As you might have known, my grandpa, Al Drange, started Guild Guitars. And my grandfather's father, Herman Levin, started Levin Guitars. Holy shit, this is from a celebrity. God damn it. I already disrespected someone. Holy shit. What the hell? She wrote a mail in Swedish. I mean, already at that point, I'm sold. Okay? But I'm not much for bribes. Let me tell you that. Okay, let's check it out. What is it? And you know, I played Dr. Strings before, man. I have the dime bag sets. I've tried those. But oh shit, okay. Alright, so this was in the box. A couple of stickers, okay. Ooh, what is this? A t-shirt? Shit, yeah, Veritas. I have no idea what that means. Drop down 7-string tuning, 10 to 56, 11 to 65. Okay, good. Veritas. Quantum nickel. Oh, there you go. This is what I was waiting for, the dime bag sets. Look at that. What? They have a 10 to 52 dime bag set? What? I was unaware. I thought he used finger strings. All right. Black Beauties. What is this? High performance coating. I have a patent K3 technology coating that makes them first coated strings that sound as good or better than uncoated strings. So basically coated strings, okay. Okay, oh shit, these are the neon strings. These I have not tried. They're gonna be green strings, man. Do I have a green guitar to put this on? That would have been cool. And are black light active, so they glow under UV lighting. Okay, so they're not luminate, okay? But you need UV lighting and they will glow, I guess. Okay. Oh, that's a very particular smell. Take a look at that. Can you see? Those are green. So yeah, man. I guess this is a sponsored video now because they sent me a bunch of strings. I guess from the email that this might actually be like a promo set they sent me. And maybe they want me to put VR strings on the Swola guitars or something like that. So, well, we'll just have to see, man. I mean, I'm gonna test these out, like test these, and I guess we're just gonna see how it goes. I like this one. It says "Bite Me" on it. That's funny. Much respect for sending me a box. I'm gonna try a couple of these strings, and then we'll just see what happens. These 10 to 52 Dimebag strings, though. What? Was he using that later or something? Maybe he was using that with Damage Plan or something like that. Anyways, guys, unboxing with Ola. How fun was that? Not fun? Okay. Also, I'm incredibly sorry for, pretending to be a jackass or being a jackass. Obviously, I'm very fortunate that companies want to send me strings like this. I'm gonna do a giveaway of some of the strings in this box for my members on my Discord channel. So I'll see you there, okay? All right, my friends, that's it for Sunday with Ola for today. I thoroughly hope you enjoyed it. If you guys want to support what I'm doing here with my YouTube channel and all that, you can buy the new Chug Project album. It's out on Spotify and all streaming platforms, but also available in vinyl format, in guitarist editions, ultimate editions from my website, olaenglundshop.com. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching today. Hope you have a great Sunday. Goodbye.